What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Toshi today. Hit that like button, you guys. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it. All right, it is the 4th day of October, and here we are at $0.0008 right now. We got 52 minutes left in the day. We're consolidating. We're not doing a whole lot. It's been a very uneventful Saturday so far. 0.2% to the upside. You did come up a little bit, but you came back down. It's still a very uneventful day. Something that I was noticing here before I actually made this video is that this day here was a Wednesday. This day here, you guessed it, was a Wednesday. The biggest candle out of all these candles, yes, it was on a Wednesday. This was a Saturday. Some Saturdays are big too, so this one's kind of disappointing. This one here, you guessed it, it was a Wednesday. And back here, oh, that was a Monday actually. Okay, I thought it was a Wednesday. Monday, okay. Mondays, Wednesdays, Saturdays, those are the days. You guys heard it first here. Wednesday is the day that we're going to pump, all right? Just get it, put it on your calendar. We're going to pump on Wednesday, about 3 days, 51 hours from now. Anyways, looking at this chart here, this is the TOSHI 3 USD chart. It's TOSHI. It's just TOSHI. I don't know why they can't. Just let me explain this real quick, okay? You type in TOSHI here, USD, and there's no chart that says crypto on it. Do you see it? There's no chart that says crypto. Whenever I type in, let's say, I don't know, what would it be? Let's just do BCH USD. If you go to crypto, it's going to have the all-time history. If you do TOSHI USD, there's no crypto, so you don't have the all-time history. You have to go with an exchange. I did TOSHI 3 just to see. I went through, I did like 1, 2, 3, and TOSHI 3 has the all-time history. This is actually the chart that has the all-time history for TOSHI, at least that we have available to us, dating back to October of 2023. And I think we get a lot here, right? I wish we saw this chart before because, man, where you found support, right here at prior resistance, right here at prior support, right here at prior resistance, it was perfect. But all we had was the MEXC chart, which is from here to here. It's all this. We're missing like half of Toshi's existence here. What's also great is that this point of resistance here, I'm going to shave it down a little bit, where the bodies are closing on these weekly time frames. Like right there. It was an area that we found resistance at back here. It was our all-time high for a solid bit there. We're forming higher lows here. It's as if we're in this greater kind of channel. We had a little breakout right here, and now we're about to break this flat part. You guys, we're going to extend. I'm kind of curious. How would I draw? I'm going to draw it from back here. I feel like that helped me. You know what I mean? That's like the best point because I don't want to draw from any of these points. I want it to fit best. Something like this, okay? Maybe a little bit lower. Intersect with that one. If we move up this week all the way up here, we'd be at 0.0025, which is new all-time highs. So our breakout, you guys, TOSHI, I'm telling you, right now, this thing is going to teleport to new all-time highs. I'm not saying that in 1 week we're going to be up here. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying when we get up here, it'll be above our all-time highs. And that's likely the next area that we're going to go to. Maybe it's at the end of this month that we're up here, which would be kind of pathetic, but that's still, I mean, it's still a decent move from here. It's about a 3.6x. It's not pathetic. It's a good move, but pathetic compared to what we're expecting TOSHI to do. We're looking for something that's a little bit outside of that. Maybe, 0.0063, 1 cent, something like that. More on the 8x to 13x kind of side of things. And I would very much expect, since we've broken it before, I would expect we break it here this time as well. But we might find turbulence right there just above our all-time highs because of this line. Maybe we come up, we consolidate for a little bit, and then we break through, something like that. And again, these targets, not financial advice, not a financial advisor, these targets can occur instead of by the end of October. It could be by the end of the year. And if that's the case, that's fine. We're just going to have to mitigate our overall all-time high, cycle high targets for TOSHI. I think if you're here by the end of the year, you're probably not going to see a 100x. Right? I mean, I guess it's still possible. I don't know. By the end of the year, it depends on how. I don't think that you'd be able to make that by the end of the cycle if we're not at least here by the if we're not at least higher than here by the end of the year. So I am looking for this by the end of the month then, or at least something at the latest early November. 0.0063 to 1 cent if you want to maintain that 100x or more capabilities. If it's less than 100x, that's fine. You can still probably see a 61x, 30x, or an overall 25x from here if you get to this area by the end of the year. But just looking at this here, again, offering the dynamic that we're going to be focusing on now until we're up there is this kind of trend, this overall trend that you have clearly. I think it's very clearly established. It looks like you've been in it since September of 2024, so for a whole year now. I would think that once we break out of this area here, whenever we find a breaking point at this resistance zone here, dating back to over here, we're probably going to go touch this one as well, consolidate, and then continue to rally. That's the whole idea there. Looking at the short-term stuff, let's get into the 1 hour time frame. 1 hour time frame here actually looks kind of bearish. I guess bullish. You're in a horizontal channel. I don't like the fact that you faked out and you came back down, but you're at the base of the range. It actually might be better to be bullish on this. Why can't I? Do I not have any indicators? Let's see. There we go. The RSI looks a little bit bearish here, I have to say. Lower highs, lower lows. Stochastics look bullish. A little confliction there. And the MACD, where it is, actually looks kind of bullish as well. Neutral. I'll take a neutral stance. The RSI is at a good point to bounce. So are the stochastics, and the MACD's bullish overall. 4 hour looks good. Maybe we are bullish. High to low. Oh, yeah. All right, so here's the deal. If you go lower, 3077 would be where you find support. If you go lower. I actually don't think we go lower. That's my expectation would be that we're about to break out of this to the upside. Probably go up to 3094, 30978, something in that zone right there. That's what I would expect that we do. I fully anticipate that's what we're going to do. But if I'm wrong, if we don't break out of this to the upside, and first we see a head fake to the downside, 3077 would hold. I promise it'll hold. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor. Actually, it's not a promise, but it's a desire to promise. I can't promise anything. I don't know, can I? Is that okay? I can promise it, and then if it just goes against me, it's not like I'm the one that's responsible for that. Anyways, maybe I shouldn't say that though. Golden ratio, I think that's where we're going to go. Something around there. We're probably going to see that happen this next week. Dude, it could happen tomorrow. It could happen tomorrow. It'll happen soon. Sometime the 4 hour time frame is good to gauge the coming days. You know, like the next 2 to 3, maybe even 5 days, something like that out. It's really good for that. Daily time frame is much better for gauging the weeks ahead. I'm looking at the weeks ahead. We look good, holding the 50, getting above the 50, getting overbought, not getting oversold. Overall, definitely upwardly postured, right? You've got this higher low, higher high trend here. Stochastics look all right, and so does the MACD. Bullish overall on the daily, gotta be. And the weekly time frame, here we are back out here. I want to look at it on the daily time frame still, because I haven't drawn the fibs. Actually, I haven't looked closely at these fibs with this chart. It's still the same area. Cool. Very productive. Finding support at the 236 golden ratio. Then the 382, now the 0.5, looking very productive. When you consolidate like this, you guys, you do one of two things. You either stop here or you go all the way up to your 1272. You just break out, one of the two. And maybe we do a little bit of that in between. We stop just above this here, find some support back here because of the overall trend, right? We might find resistance right in that kind of area there. Time will tell. I'm curious to see if you didn't catch that. Let me make it more clear because I feel like I've been doing a bad job at making it clear. We're either going to stop at 0.00137, 0.00175, stop just above our all-time highs, or we're going to freaking launch all the way up to 0.0045 before we see any kind of hesitation. It's one. Maybe we stop at all three as well. We could stop at all three. These are points of which we will find resistance. That's what I'm trying to identify here. But the fact that we've consolidated below the golden ratio already so much, I would think we have a hard time stopping here. So I really do think it'll be just at new all-time highs or all the way up to the 1272. That'll be the first area overall that we'll see a sizable or a significant kind of multi-day stop at, I'm assuming. Maybe even both of these areas on our way to prices at 0.0069 to 0.007 or even up to 1 cent. Anyways, without making it more confusing, I think I'm going to end it there. I hope it's all clear. I got nothing else to say. Hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. We're expecting big things out of TOSHI, and if things go the way that I think they will by the end of this month with all this pressure that's compiled right here, I would expect that we see a very voluptuous move, to say the least. Something that resembles what we had last year. Maybe even bigger. Man, wouldn't that be something? Just see what kind of move that would do. Haven't even thought of that. I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know. That'd be crazy. Right? 2 weeks goes by and we're up 22x. I don't think so. No. But that would be cool. Anyways, hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Bye.